Hello YouTubers, this is a road test for a Kingfisher wooden squirrel feeder. It's the Squirrel Hotel. It's priced at £6.95 from Amazon. You can buy these on the internet, or obviously somewhere in the shops you can buy these as well. And the reason why I have to replace the squirrel feeders was that they became very worn and shabby, and the water got in and the peanuts got wet. So we decided to get rid of the old ones and get these brand spanking new ones. Now these are the old ones, as you can see. They look quite tatty, and they're hanging on the dovecot we have in our garden. And the squirrels used to love these, but the fact is that the peanuts got wet, so we got new ones. Now what we're going to do here, on the back of the new wooden squirrel feeder, there's a little sliding piece of wood that you open and you fill it at the back with peanuts. This takes a little bit of time, quite a lot of peanuts actually. I'd say half a bag full at least, and as you'll be able to see in a minute, the full article. I only had enough peanuts on this occasion to fill one. There it is, there's the article there, full up and ready to go on the tree. Now, to get the squirrels to feed from the new squirrel Kingfisher wooden squirrel feeder was a pain, because they just wouldn't do it. I've got one on the tree at the moment, and I was waiting for it to be leaped upon and see if the squirrels could get the peanuts out. There's a perspex that holds the peanuts in with a round hole so they can get their claws in to feed from. But what was happening was that the squirrels were eating from the ground, and they weren't trying to go up the pole to the new feeders. One or two do try, then they see some food halfway up and they decide that that's enough, thank you very much. So quite a few attempts at this. You can see the squirrels, I think it's about 3 or 4 squirrels, they have a look and then they decide, no, I think I'll feed from here instead. So this went on for quite a while. I must have been in the garden for a good hour trying to get these squirrels to have a look at this new squirrel feeder, and they weren't interested in the slightest. So eventually we thought about taking them off the dovecot and then putting them on the ground, because to tell you the truth, the little flap that's there is a little bit loose, and I think they were frightened that they might have fallen off there, so they weren't actually trying it. So what we did, we put them on a tree trunk at the bottom, very near the dovecot, and you'll see that in a minute, that the squirrels seem to rather have it on the ground than having it up there on the dovecot. And here it is now. You'll see it's on there. It is on the trunk of a tree. There's 2 of them there, and in a minute you'll see 1 or 2 squirrels coming along to feed from it. And they do actually know what they're doing, because they're very brainy animals, these squirrels. And for some reason they're all feeding from the same one, because the one on the left hasn't been touched, but the one that they're using at the moment, all the squirrels using the same. And it's lovely to watch the squirrels eating on the ground, and you can observe them quite easily. I mean, I was there standing about 10 feet away, just watching the squirrels eating, and it was great fun. Going back to the Kingfisher wooden squirrel feeder, I've read up on some of the comments that people have made, and one of the comments was that the perspex is easily broken by the squirrels, and also that the flap that is there at the front is not strong enough to hold the weight of the squirrels. So that's why I screwed them into the trunk, and they're stationary, they won't move. But I'll have to keep an eye on that perspex. It could, I presume, could get broken, and then I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. One suggestion was to put some wire mesh there with a hole, so that it won't get broken. Anyway, thanks very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got more videos awaiting to be loaded for you to view. Thank you very much. Goodbye.